There was a time when silence felt natural. Now silence feels uncomfortable. A person sits for just a few seconds without stimulation, and the hand reaches for the phone almost automatically. Not because something important is there, but because stillness has become difficult to sit with. The world has changed quietly. Everything became faster. Messages arrive instantly. Entertainment never ends. Pleasure is always one swipe away. A person can consume an entire day without ever truly stopping. Watching, scrolling, switching, listening, repeating. Constant input. And slowly, without noticing, something inside begins to change. Attention becomes weaker. Patience becomes thinner. Depth becomes harder to reach. The heart begins to lose its ability to stay present. And this starts to show in worship. A person can sit for hours in front of entertainment, yet struggle to sit for minutes in Salah. A person can absorb endless content, yet struggle to reflect on a single verse of the Qur'an. Not because the heart rejected faith, but because it became overstimulated. Because modern life does not train the soul for silence, it trains it for constant movement. And when movement becomes constant, stillness starts to feel strange. The heart was not designed for this level of noise. It was designed for remembrance. As Ibn Taymiyyah said, the heart was created to seek Allah, just as the body seeks food. But when everything around the heart becomes louder than Allah, the soul becomes confused about what it is hungry for. And slowly, even worship starts to feel heavy. Not because it lost meaning, but because the heart lost sensitivity. Like someone who eats artificial sweetness all day and then finds natural food tasteless, the soul becomes similar. Too much stimulation makes simplicity feel empty. But the emptiness is not in worship, it is in the heart that can no longer feel it. Allah already pointed to this reality. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. So if the heart does not find rest in dhikr, it is not because dhikr changed. It is because the heart moved away from stillness. And the world keeps pulling it further. Allah also reminds, the life of this world is nothing but distraction and amusement. Distraction does not feel harmful. It feels normal. It feels harmless. It feels like just a little more. But over time, it becomes the default state of the mind. A mind that is always occupied slowly loses the ability to reflect. And reflection is where clarity begins. This is why silence feels threatening for many people now, because silence removes everything external and leaves you alone with your inner world. And many people avoid that moment, because when the noise stops, you begin to hear what was always there. Your thoughts, your emptiness, your distance, your worries, your questions. And so the world keeps people moving so they never sit still long enough to feel themselves.
But Hassan al-Basri once reminded, this world is only 3 days. Yesterday, which is past, tomorrow, which may never come, and today, which is all you truly own. Yet most people live either in regret or in distraction about tomorrow, and miss the only moment they actually have, today. And in that today, the heart keeps getting pulled away again and again. Ali ibn Abi Talib warned that whoever busies himself excessively with the world blinds his heart.
not because the world is evil, but because excess noise covers perception. And when perception is covered, a person may still live, but not feel alive in the way the soul was meant to. You continue working, laughing, talking, scrolling, planning. Externally, everything looks normal, but internally, something feels disconnected, and you cannot always explain it. It is not sadness, not depression, not anger. It is distance, a quiet distance between the heart and its source. And that is why even good acts begin to feel heavy. Prayer becomes something to complete. Qur'an becomes something to get through. Dhikr becomes something the tongue does, while the heart is elsewhere. But this is not the end of the story, because the heart is not dead. It is overwhelmed, and what is overwhelmed can be healed. Ibn al-Qayyim said the heart becomes sick as the body becomes sick, and its cure is repentance and remembrance. Meaning the solution is not more stimulation, but return. Return to Allah. Return to stillness. Return to simplicity, because the heart only becomes clear again when noise begins to reduce. At first, silence feels uncomfortable. Then it feels unfamiliar, but slowly it becomes peaceful again. And maybe that is what was lost without noticing. Not iman, not belief, but stillness, presence, attention. The ability to be with Allah without rushing away in your mind. And maybe the first step back is not doing more, but finally doing less. Less noise, less distraction, less consumption, less escape, until the heart can breathe again. And when it breathes again, it remembers what it was created for. To seek Allah, not in a rushed moment, but in a present heart, in stillness, in quiet return.